Well, welcome everyone. Welcome to a very unique webinar held here tonight. A combination of two webinars that couldn't be done due to, we won't blame anyone but Telstra. However, it's come together for a reason. Tonight it's all about the stock market and about the social media industry, and we all know that as traders where that industry is headed. Also, combined with another business on the side that I've seen a way how to make money from the industry that we are trading as traders. Never before have I ever been involved in or were looking for a business to start again. I thought, stock market, the trading, that was it, until something happened in May this year. That has been life-changing, absolutely life-changing for me, which is why I have built a second business around this mold of two businesses. Okay, and as we know, some of the slides that I'll bring up here, as we know, I'm going to focus on Facebook tonight and share some alarming figures, not only on the company alone, not only their income that they're bringing in, but also what they're buying up in Silicon Valley. Now, which has really made me start to think that I need to be in Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley holds all these events, yearly, quarterly, where they come together and they share all the new innovative ideas. And that's where these big companies go, Apple, Google, Facebook, and they're looking for the future. They're looking for the next smartest person with the next innovative idea where they can buy them up. Hence why tonight. Look, let me first of all take you over to a chart, and I must and do apologize for, first of all, that my data is probably lagging, only about a week behind. However, you're going to see a big picture here when I show you shares of Facebook. Okay, I'll start with Facebook alone. So bear with me while I bring over my chart. Now the ticker symbol for Facebook is FB as we know it, and I have data at the moment. We've just hit October, haven't we? Yeah. Wow, already? My goodness, Christmas is here before we even blink our eyelids. I've got data going back to the 19th of September. Now we're the 1st of October, okay? So if I go back and show you the IPO, when Facebook first listed as a stock, and as we know, Mark Zuckerberg, if you've ever not seen the movie or the story or read the book, you need to go out there and read the story of, it's almost like another Steve Jobs, Bill Gates. These guys are brilliant in they see a big picture. And that's what I saw with Mark when he designed Facebook. When it IPO'd over here at above $30 per share, it took a while, as you can see, from June 2012 when they IPO'd at about $30 per share, okay, till about June 2013. So if you held those shares and bought them when they first listed, and you saw them do this and they're underwater, you probably wouldn't be a really happy investor for the first 12 months. Okay, and this is all about why we wait as traders for certain things to happen when we get interested in stocks. But immediately, straight after the first 12 months that they listed as an IPO, as a company, over here you can see a huge jump, and I'll just draw a line over here so you can see where they closed one day at about $27 per share, and the following day that they opened up at was roughly about 34. You do the maths. $6-7 a share higher overnight. Now there's a reason why a company will do that, and that's what I teach in my stock market investment other side of my business that I run is it all comes down to the earnings of a company, all right? Earnings and revenue is what will drive a share price higher and higher, and it's all about learning how these guys are able to do it. Now, everyone even doubted Facebook because, you know, okay, Facebook now is, you know, they're generating revenue from ads, obviously, but everyone doubted at the beginning of how much information, and I'm going to say it again, information that Facebook has on you, me, and everyone else that is on Facebook. It is powerfully scary, and yet we're all on it. A twofold, as I say with Facebook, it's really twofold. I'm so for it, but I'm so anti it on the other end of what it can do. And I'll share with you some of the companies very soon that Facebook has already bought up. So the shares of Facebook at the moment are just shy of $80 per share. When they first listed at 30, only 2 years ago, and you've over doubled your money in 2 years, okay? When you had the first 12 months of Facebook where they went, and I'll just draw a circle here, okay, where you may have got really, really frustrated because the business never grew or the stock never took off. But when it did, it exploded. And there's a lot of reasons why Facebook, you know, Facebook so far, is it 20 or, yeah, no, it's over 20. It's so far this year, no, that's Apple. Apple's bought about 13 companies, and they're another one I wanted to discuss next. But since 2005, Facebook have bought 50 companies. Now, back in 2007, back in the early days, they paid $15 million for a company called FriendFeed. And remember some of their latest that they've bought? Instagram. Instagram for Facebook was huge. Oculus, another one. Okay, Oculus is all about, okay, we've got to go back into the CIA and the government because it's all about face recognition and eye recognition, okay? And that becomes a whole other field I'll talk about in, you know, not on this webinar, but we know that what's coming in is, it's about power control of every single person around the world with every piece of these platforms that get built, okay, with who buys them, and Facebook has been one of those, honestly, open fields where people, I believe it is so dangerous, and yet because it's so easy to access, nobody ever sees the danger of it. And yet there's a real danger. And the danger is because Facebook sucks so much information out about a person, down to, honestly, the time that you wake up, the amount of time that you spend on that computer, what you buy, what you like, who your family is, and all the things that you share on Facebook. Why do you think you get marketing emails, right? And I get them all the time, specifically targeting. If I put a picture up on Facebook about my family, my granddaughter, I get targeted emails and specials from online places like Deals Direct, which sell me toys. And I'm a big customer of them because of something that got targeted to me. Who specifically knew to actually send that specific need to me? And as soon as I saw it, I went, that's what I'm looking for, and I clicked straight into it. Powerful. And that's why, think about the latest one with Facebook, WhatsApp. Now, I'm on WhatsApp and everyone else is on WhatsApp. They paid $19 billion. $19 billion for WhatsApp. That was more than they paid for Hot Potato. And I'm not joking, Hot Potato was another one. Just like Face.com, and Connect You and all of these other companies, that what happens when these companies come up with these innovative connective ideas that enhance one program to another. Facebook are right there at those meetings in Silicon Valley watching basically the gurus that are coming up with these ideas and snatching them before it goes to the market, because they realize the power, okay, that where this is taking them now. And they also realize the power, the amount of, and you've only got to look, the amount of invites that I get from Facebook. And I've been getting them for years and just going, oh, just ignore. I have no idea why you're sending me this. I don't know. And, you know, it'd be my uncle in Melbourne that was sending me all these Candy Crush invites and Double Down Casino invites. And I was like, what are you sending me this for? And I would never click on it or do it. But you know what? I'm the minority, not the majority. The amount of people look at Candy Crush. I'm going to share something with you. And Candy Crush, okay, was just an innovative idea that somebody came up with the game that went viral. Now, I posted on my, hooking into my Google channel or YouTube, because I posted something there that went viral. A 4-year-old, okay, beat Candy Crush. 4 years of age. Watch that little girl. They filmed her live. She is absolutely incredible. Now, I got to tell you another story. I also met an older lady in her late 60s that also played Candy Crush. And I got to tell you, so addictive that she would have her phone stuck to her windscreen in the front of the car while we were driving down the road, and she was playing Candy Crush. And I was like, are you serious? Can you stop that? I'm a bit worried about, you know, my life here, playing Candy Crush. That just showed me how addictive this game was. These guys got it right, okay, all in one game. Now, they went, nobody bought them out, and I'm going to bring them up here now. The ticker symbol for Candy Crush is KING, King. Okay, they only went public this year. Now, this is a little bit of a difference. Remember what I showed you with Facebook? They really did nothing on the stock market for 12 months. Okay, all the hype and hysteria that, you know, the media sends out there about the new company being listed, it's really the short-term people, the people that get involved in the short term don't make money, but the people in the long term do make money. Okay, so here's a chart of King here, and you can see I can buy it cheaper now than when the day that it IPO'd. It IPO'd over here about roughly about $16, $17 per share. I think about $22.50 actually I read on the media that it IPO'd at. And have a look at it down here, and it still looks like, you know, us as traders, the way that we look at things, it's still coming down. But it just shows you, do you know how much that company, they raised $500 million, and Candy Crush is worth $7 billion. Are you serious? Oh my goodness. Come up with an innovative way, okay, and there is bucket loads of money that these people, and it's not sometimes us as when you look at that as, but the time that a company comes up with a innovative way, people invest into it to grow it, and they're the ones that usually benefit from it. And then there comes a time where the company will then list on the stock market, and when they list, they're usually looking to offload, okay, to investors. And usually the story, and it's all about the story, when does the story of the longevity of it stop? Okay, now I've seen it, and the interesting thing that I want to share with you guys tonight is the reason why that I got involved with a multi-level marketing company. Now, you guys know me. I have never been involved with Amway, Herbalife, Monavie, or any of the. I've bought their products from my girlfriends, and I've never joined up going, no, multi-level marketing, it's not for me, but you know what, I like the product, so I'll buy it. That's okay. Until I saw a product like no other in this industry. And tonight I want to bring across a couple of things before I share in this company, with this company, some of the things that I went back to. And you know, you guys can get any information or any news on the internet. You've just got to go out there and Google it and search it. You know, and there's a big article here about, you know, everyone who thinks Facebook is stupid to buy WhatsApp for $19 billion. That was a big chunk of change. Seriously, one of the biggest ever. But there is something in WhatsApp that Mark Zuckerberg, I know, has seen 2 to 5 years into the future, that the information that he bought from them, okay, in the marketing world, in social media, is huge. You can cut and paste this link. It came from the businessinsider.com.au. I'm not going to read it tonight, but you guys can read and have a look at a very good article on the future of what's happening. And you know, and that's where I always come down to Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett has been a major influence on my trading life. I've absolutely made so much money by listening to him in those little gold nuggets, like everyone says in business. Every now and again someone drops one, and Warren Buffett has been one of those guys to me in business that has dropped those gold nuggets. And well, let me give you an example. Is why I have so much belief when he says get ahead of a major trend. All right, get in front of a major trend, not in the middle, not behind. Get ahead of what's going on. And he showed me something in the financial crisis in 2007, the GFC, where I know so many people lost so much money in that era that they're still suffering. It's still hurting. I'm going to take you back to a story that Warren Buffett shared with me in Bank of America, and I'll put it on for anyone that doesn't know here, and I'll just take off all the indicators just to make it a really blank, easy chart to explain without confusing it too much with everyone. And what we basically see here, maybe I can, well, that's a better time frame, put it on the monthly chart. The monthly chart there shows the bigger time frame, and it really shows you what happened in the GFC. This is a chart of Bank of America being one of the biggest financial companies, just like AIG, Merrill Lynch, Lehman Brothers, and all the companies that you heard back in those days collapsing. Couldn't fight with the big boys, so they put the pressure on and nailed them. That's my way of saying things. Now, without even putting an adjustment in the chart, back over here in 2007, you can see that the shares of Bank of America was trading at $55 per share. Now, you can see it looks like a sea of red. It's like the Red Sea, and it really was. Bank of America came down to below $2 per share. And it did that from the top of 2014, okay, to the, top of 2007 to the bottom of 2009. It did that in less than 2 years. And if I go back, and I'll change the setting now so that you can see the bigger time frame. And I'll put there we go. I'll even give you a much bigger picture going back to 2001, where the shares of Bank of America were just shy of about $100 per share. And they happened to do it what was very unique in those days, and you would understand that if you're a trader, and that was a 2-for-1 stock split, and that's that big red drop that you see right here. Okay, that's where you double your money. And of course, after 2000, we had what was called the dot-com bubble explosion, and the dot-com bubble exploded because there were so many up-and-coming companies that were just making money on the internet, really had no value, no longevity, and it was really about sorting out, the longevity companies against the ones that really didn't have anything. So that hurt every stock in the stock market. Remember, even though I'm talking about sectors, now usually what blows it up, we've had the technology sector, which is the dot-com bubble. Then we had the GFC, which was the financial sector. Okay, now because they just wrote too much debt. I'll keep it really brief. How I explain it is not normally like that. And you can see that Bank of America shares from the period of 2004 to 2007, and the GFC hit right here when they were just like trying to recover at this period here. And of course they came down all the way to $2 per share. Now you can see over that, and we look at that, and I'll draw a line here, as a lot of people feel a lot of pain seeing that, because there's a lot of blood and a lot of sea of red. But that was a period of joy for me, because there's something in it that you can do in the stock market, and that is trade against it and actually bet on the downside. And that's exactly what we did, and we cleaned up, absolutely cleaned up during that period, because we understood that the booms and busts of cycles engineered by the bankers is so predictable when you know what to look for. And we know it's coming again, and everyone's always asking that when is the next stock market crash. And tonight I'm going to show you something. Honestly, in the end, you guys know me, I don't really care or focus on the next stock market crash. When it comes, it comes. And I'm going to show you the Dow Jones. Oh no, I can't. See? Share chart. Got problems. When the stock market starts to turn, it'll do exactly the same as what it did. Well, let's go the S&P. This will give you a good feel of what happened on the overall market. It doesn't matter whether you own Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Apple, or any one of those stocks. If the whole market's coming down, every single stock will come down with it, regardless of how it's performing. When you have a look at the S&P over here, and let's go back to 91. Okay, so there I can go back to 1991 on the left-hand side here. So this gives you an indication of the lows that the stock market was at. And of course, I'll draw a line here where you can see the rise from, it was really the early 90s. Huge rise in the early 90s right into 2000. And as we know, what happened in 2000, everyone talks about it, the dot-com bubble. Okay, and the dot-com bubble, look what happened. I'll just draw a line. The market came down to a historical low period. Okay, and you know, without going too deep into it, there are certain things that turn economies around for certain reasons. Just so happened that back over in 2003, when Bush went to war with Iraq, and that was a period there that the next 4 years in the stock market boomed. It was inspired by free credit, housing, and all the rest of the mistakes that the US made. Because of that, in 2007 or 8, it really hit. The market hit an historic low, actually when I draw a line over here, right back where it was at the bottom of 2003. And this is where, like, you know, cyclic with industries will come down and retest a point where they've been in their life. And it's all about, well, growth, really. And of course, 2009, I'll just draw a line over here and you can see what's happening, that no one's ever believed it. And I keep saying, yep, the market's gone. Not only has it broken past the 2007 and 2000 highs, but it's making new highs at the moment, and we'll continue that until the next implosion. But what I personally like about this business that I'd like to share with you tonight is this business, because it's online and it's in the entertainment industry, is recession proof as we know it. When stock markets crash, and let's go back and have a look at Facebook. Imagine holding shares of Facebook here, and when we haven't even gone through a stock market crash with Facebook because it's too new in listing. But when the stock market crashes, every single stock, no matter what you own, I don't care what their earnings are like or how much money they're making, people just don't like him anymore. And there's something about the selling that goes on, okay, the fear that goes on. Okay, professionals will control the market where they will drive it up and they will drive it down. And it's all about, as we know as traders, being on the right side of the market. And being on the right side of the market is being in an industry that's like a consumable product that people, they don't need it, they want it. And that's what we do in recessions. Is we need ourselves, don't we? So in an industry, an online entertainment industry that I've never seen anything else, honestly, with a compensation plan that is for the people, not against the people, where you can rapidly, very quickly, instantly get on your feet. If you're a go-getter and you can run with the business and you put the time into it. And I've spoken to a lot of you guys. I'm going to bring up the PowerPoint tonight and just show you guys what's coming up before I forget, because we had a big meeting here on Friday, and we had a conference call hook up in the States with Tony Adamy, and who's our upline in this business. And he shared so many gold nuggets with this business. I know the 40 people in this room got so much out of it and went back and have inspired and have already started to grow their businesses. So what we're planning on doing, I know we've had one here in Brisbane and Noosa, not Brisbane, and you guys have said, look, it's been really hard that you haven't been able to make it. We're going to send you out an email. I just want you to put this in your diary at the moment. I'll just bring it up on the screen. We're going to have a hangout or a meeting on Saturday the 18th of October from 10 till 4. Now this will be in Sydney. It'll be out at Dural, so you guys are probably more in Sydney, familiar where it is, at one of our other leader places out there. And I'm going to put that out there now. Please, if you're within reaching distance of attending that, please don't miss it, because it's going to be the making or breaking of what's going on in this business, as we learnt Friday, that we are connecting together and team building, okay, for us uniquely to take different roles in this business that we all can. Because look, I've got 2 girls that work in the office here as office staff, and then I've got a sales team that we're heading up. Then we've got people that just want to play on the boardwalk. We've got all different fields of this business that we can grow together, but we just need to be on the same page. And I know you guys are busy, and I talked to a lot of you guys saying, look, I've missed the last 2-3 webinars. Well, I'm going to say you can't miss them. If you miss them, you're going to miss out on what's going to happen, and you need to be involved, because this is the biggest thing, as you guys know. Next August, I'm going right to the top, okay, with Diamond, straight with Faraday, and probably with Tony Adamy as well. And that's the beautiful thing that I learned in this business, is even though you have uplines, I can still beat them. You guys can still beat me. Even though I get there, you'll all get there, but we can all beat each other, all right, ahead of each other, because of the amount of business that we will grow. And whoever knows that the person that, one day that you just speak to about something and you just drop a gold nugget, that they come back and you have a major connection to a whole industry out there. Did you see the now let me ask you guys, did you have a look at the hangout that we did on Monday here with Faraday and Elijah? It was pretty, wow, moving, I think, because I met Elijah and Lindy in Las Vegas, and it was very shortly after they'd lost their baby daughter, and these guys really, really were struggling to see the light at the end of the tunnel of what was it that would help them turn their life around. And, you know, G1E has done it. And G1E, when you find it, guys, this is a community of like-minded people that work in the like-minded industry, okay? And we just don't take the negative stuff, and we have no tolerance for it at all, okay? Because when you meet us in this team, and you've got to get into G1E Touch, every one of you guys that have not gone into G1E Touch, you need to get in there and you've got to log in already, create your profile. You can upload your photos from Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and go and befriend us, and let's start using the tool that is about to make us money. It seems silly not to, you know, and it's like, you know, it's laziness why, you know, we won't go in there and use the tool that is going to take us to amazing places, because this company now has shown us a way through the apps that Facebook has been promoting. And there's a reason why they promote these apps and then they buy these companies out, is all about information in the end. Okay, now this company's found a way, and it is the first of its kind. Nobody has even tried to do it, and that's what I like. That's what's so exciting to me, is nobody's even put it forth to do it. So if they're going to get knockbacks and, you know, there's going to be issues, well, there's going to be, because it's a baby company, because we're pushing forward to turn an industry around where we can create something where we can share the profits with the people, okay? Apple does not need, they're sitting on 150, is it only 150? Yeah, it is. $150 billion in cash, all right, Apple has. Any wonder these companies can go out and buy companies up for $5, $10, $3 billion and just waste money all over the place, because they're trying to stay ahead of the market to make money. When you find a company now that is going to interrupt that and create a way that the people, and look at it, my auntie, my uncles, I've already told you, send me like daily invites to slot machines, Candy Crush, and all the rest of it, and I've never clicked in on it, because these companies, they're just gathering information on you, okay? The minute I click into one of those casinos, they've gathered information to go, whoa, she's a gambler and this is where she travels, and she's been to Las Vegas, and you know what, she was over in Macau last year, okay, to specifically target me as a person. Dangerous. I've seen another way that we can take the money out of their pockets and we can create our own community, okay, and build this together as people on the ground and share in profits like there's no other. And I can't explain it any other way. That it is, I'm excited to be involved in the company. I believe in the company. I believe in the products. And more than anything, I believe in helping people like you, me, and everyone else. And if we all stay focused together and we build this together, we can't go wrong, guys. So we have some amazing stuff coming out to you. We've been very, very busy with building some promo videos. We're just waiting on those being edited and professionally finished. When we get those, you guys are going to have something that is going to make your job really easy, so that when you get an interested person, you know exactly what to send them. The thing about these business that I found, and you'll learn this, there's we have these classes that we teach everyone, is there is so much about this business that even at first, when I first walked into it, I was really overwhelmed with it. The reason I joined is because I saw the big picture, and I knew that I'm not going to, look, there'll be a few pebbles that are going to be rocky along the way, but you know what? It's not going to stop me from joining, because the big picture, I've already seen it. And I don't think it's a blockage. I think it's part of our mindset and the way that we think about things. So we have built a team so far of, to date, about 350 people, and we have some amazing planned opportunities. We shared with that with some of you guys on Friday when we met up, that we're off to a huge marketing campaign in a really, really big way, and we'll be in Sydney on the 18th. We'll let you know about the details there. Come along, it'll be an awesome day, and we'll make money on both sides. And for the rest of you guys in the stock market, the stock market will crash as we know it. Not yet. Not yet until certain things happen. And Warren Buffett, as you know, one of my biggest mentors in the stock market, that taught me something about the financial industry when it was at the bottom and a turnaround, and when to get involved in certain companies. Bank of America was one of those. Okay, I see the same thing with Facebook and all the rest, but I see the same thing on a bigger scale as in business, which makes your whole world just open up once again. And to a compensation plan that I see as an investment advisor that gives us a residual income for the rest of our lives. And really for what? It doesn't matter whether we can't speak, whether we can't hear, whether we can't walk. This is a business as we all come together to unite and help each other to achieve whatever it is, and that is everyone has a dream. And if you don't have a dream, then I suppose you're not living. And with everything, I have a dream. And the dream is to take this business and use what we have, the tools that the company has given us. I've seen the big explosion in those industries where we can take it. And that takes a very unique team that I'm well on the way of heading up, and we're so excited to already, to get to where we are, and the future is awesome. Okay, so any questions that anyone would like to ask me? I will cover a few basics actually with some of you guys. We have tried today in the office, the girls have been working with putting some support tickets in for some of the issues that you guys have had with your auto ships. I just want to say, if you log into your back office and have a look at the tickets, and if there has not been a ticket created for any issue that you have, this could be a time that you could actually test it out yourself. Just go in there and create a ticket. Let them know what the issue, the problem is, or the issue, what needs to happen. We know it's the end of the month, so the end of the month means big payout here at the end of the month for all of us that have achieved our goals. We sent a major support ticket in today. I know Brooke did, to try and fix and reinstate some of the inactive ones that really shouldn't have been inactive. But as we say, these are all the teething problems that, they're going to happen with any small or big business, probably more with a business that has grown much bigger than they ever expected. And they are also excited, and I am excited. It's going to grow much bigger in Australia now this year, because the Koreans, you have no idea what they've done over there. They are beating us. They have gone, that Jason Lowe, he is just on fire, that little guy. And, it's all about networking. It's all about getting it out there. The people that have joined his group in Korea, well, we've got competition. I love it. It's like running to that mountain and first to the top, and I'm going to give it my best shot, guys. So I look forward to working amazingly with you guys. You'll notice, make sure that you keep going to the website, because all of the new products that we're bringing, well, that the company is actually giving us to promote, we're slowly putting them on the website. So make sure that you go to the website and keep updating to see what's on there. And I think tonight, finally, we have the YouTube video, which has been the explanation, and probably one of the biggest waitings that you guys have been waiting on, is it goes for about 45 minutes, but it had to go for that long to explain the business from woe to go. And this is going to be something that you guys can actually send out to other people so that it doesn't take your time up being caught up in not knowing what to say and how to explain it. Send them along a video, get them to have a look at it, and there'll be some videos also coming directly for me as well for us here in Australia, because as we know, this is a company that launched in the US, and look, we're Aussies here, aren't we? We know how things go, and we don't, as I speak very bluntly, we don't take the rah-rah. The minute somebody comes in my face and goes rah-rah-rah, I immediately, we close down. And that's just the way that we are. Nothing wrong about that, but that just means that we have to present something a little bit more softly than screaming in your ear. And I know you guys watch that hangout with Faraday and Dave, which was absolutely awesome. It really was. But you can see the different personalities of who we are as Australians as to how they are. So we just need to, focus on what we know. We've got a good business. I wouldn't have joined it otherwise. And it's all about, marketing it and sharing it in our way. Okay, because we're Aussies, and Aussies are Aussies, and every Aussie will want to join this, because this is something that's going to change everyone's life in a very short period of time, because we already know it has, and that's the exciting thing about it. Okay, so that brings our webinar to a close, guys, and we will see you back online next Wednesday evening, unless we have any more questions. And the rest of you guys, I'm going to see you online on the Monday Market Update Monday week, because we have a long weekend this weekend. Again, we have too many holidays in Australia, but apparently we do. All right, guys, I'm going to say thank you and good night.